playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
With his first carry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is Rawls. And an alley to run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check, 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 check. Watch the out.
They'll run with Rawls. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Now Murray off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set, hut. 55. 6-man.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Derrick Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. They'll run with Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Son, they're going to need some therapy after this. Switch, okay?
A first down carry for Henry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Bills' 13-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. It's complete. Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Check 55 to Mike. I can't believe they even let you play.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a third and long here.
Check 55. Check me out. Check me out. Hey, check right. Check right. Watching you go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 71 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. To return is McKenzie. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me. Hey, watch it.
Now Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Let's go. Hey, watch that. Exit. Right there. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Murray. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Callaway on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Get ready. Get ready.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Keep it up, guys.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Man, that's trash.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, left side here. That's the tight end Fant. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, check right. Watching your guard. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shot. Mike 55.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, let's get them holes. Check.
Final play of the half. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Bridgewater. Out to Cole on the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Tighten up, pull it together. Ready, go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. After the penalty, it's Henry. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Focus, defense, focus. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go. Out. Hang it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. We got double up.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check three.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Murray with a 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
And he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ja'Kai Polite gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
I'm coming after you.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. They will run with Singletary. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bridgewater now from the 50. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. 22, check, cover. 22.
Again to Henry. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Ja'Kai Polite able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, punk. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Here's Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On play action, it's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Johnson running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Steelers' 17-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They go again with Rawls. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
You got nothing. Check 31. Check 31. Right there.
Gets it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allow him to run with him stride for stride.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.